And good morning, people. Welcome back to Might and Magic 10 Legacy. I'm in Scorpical. Yeah, I thought we'd go and have a look around the peninsula a bit more. Our next job is to go and see John Morgan, but there are still plenty of places we can go, plenty of items we can pick up, plenty of money I can make. Didn't find anything in the shops I wanted, so unfortunately that happened. But let's go and rest up.
Yes, I feel strong.
And have a look around the peninsula. We can now walk on water, so we can actually go out to the sea and, well, easily see what we can see. And, well, the first thing I want to go and do,
Running on Mother Earth, under Father Sky.
is head out to this ship. Wrecked ship just outside of the gates of Scorpical. We couldn't go on here until we actually was able to walk on water, so let's go in and check. And would you believe it, we've got Nagas, because, well, Cult of the Wrecker.
There are enemies ahead.
There's not really that much left of the Nagas, it's mostly on wrecked ships like this. So having these turn up isn't really a surprise. You're going to get hit by liquid membrane as well, aren't you? So, do that. Do the normal. You didn't. Okay, I will accept that. Elite Pearl Priestesses, yeah, we're actually fighting the strongest Pearl Priestess, 50% damage reduction. Yeah, not exactly amazing, but, well, what can I do? You don't have anything else really to fight, to go against me with. You don't have sleep, you don't have paralysis. You just have lots of damage with your spells. And lots of damage reduction. Okay, I'm going to ignore you for a moment, although it would be a good idea to take one out. I don't want liquid membrane going on this guy as well, so I'm just going to try and take them out in the same turn, if possible. It is probably not going to happen, but we can see. Oh, nice resistance. Okay, and
No, it can't be.
I really should have done something about that. Luckily, I have. Yeah, I picked up heal for Iris because, well, she does have light magic. She is my backup healer now. You're down, and you're down, so I don't have to deal with liquid membrane on this warlord here, which I believe is elite. Yeah, an elite. Shouldn't need that. We'll put celestial armor up so I can deflect the damage that I'm going to inflict upon myself, and you are dead. Yeah, Nagas aren't really that much of a threat. It's just liquid membrane which is the real issue. History of Hammerfall. Hammerfall, I believe, had a big battle, and that's why there's a history of it. So you can read up on that if you want. Should also be a chest with an unidentified relic. Most areas like this, say wrecked ship, a mysterious cave, a mysterious shrine, ruins, that sort of thing, have a relic on. We've seen a few already. This one is a mace. This is a one-hand... Is it a one-handed mace or... No, this is a two-handed mace / hammer. I honestly can't remember what it does because I don't think I've ever used it. I believe I have looked at it in the past, and but its actual use escapes me a little bit. But it's there if you want it. So that's one little extra area down. I think it's time to go back and fight this ogre I've been, or is it a cyclops that I've been putting off for a while. Might as well clear everything off this side of the peninsula. Do we have any earth resistance things? We do. Excellent. Not really necessary, but because what I'm fighting is going to be mostly physical based.
We are all aware that these parts are full of brigands, right?
But certainly wouldn't go amiss. Dangerous cave. Yeah, we've got a cyclops. Really, this is close range enemy, so it will come to us. So we've got a couple of turns to wait.
I need to hit something.
This thing hits as hard as a minotaur. It is a large enemy, it is a very strong enemy, and it can stun. Very, very easily. It is earth based as well, so Poison Cloud isn't going to do too much, if anything.
Yes. Strong.
Yeah, 8 damage, 23 resisted. So this poison isn't going to be a lot, but the evade value is nice. Large, so it takes extra damage from a spear, and spears hit it easier. Demonic lineage. This is part of the Cyclops are a part of the Orc family, so light damage received is increased, but as its health goes down, the amount of damage it will do increases. And stunning strikes. Every time it criticals, it will stun. It has a 20% chance other than that. So I will need Burning Determination. So let's break its armor. See if I can get Acid Splash on it. I can, excellent. It's got higher, about 50% resistance, higher than 50% resistance to Earth, so its chance of resisting that was also quite high, I believe something like 40%. So yeah, Acid Splash wasn't going to always affect, but it did. And yeah, it also has blocks. Prevented 102 damage. That's its normal attack. Yeah. Let's make sure it doesn't block and get some radiant weapon. 66 damage, resisted 5 light and 7 physical. So although it does have a demonic lineage, the light damage you can inflict does get reduced by resistance somewhat for Cyclops. $347 critical. And I haven't really got her best weapon yet. All she's got is this little flame spear. The maximum damage a spear can do is 88. Yeah, once I get that, once I get a better weapon, I'll be seeing criticals in sort of the almost 500. Crush, which goes, no, which doesn't go through celestial armor, which is good. But nothing too special. Let's put celestial armor back up and continue attacking. I believe Crush is the one is a spell that can automatically do stun, so yeah, I definitely want to keep that going. But this fight is pretty much done now. And there we go. So, Supreme Mana Potion, 450 mana. I don't expect my mana to actually ever get that high. I have 192 at the moment. Superiors are more than enough. But we're done in this little area. Let's have a look around. Light does absolutely nothing. Because there are a few items. These aren't really that great, to be honest. This is an early area cave. I could probably have come here and done this a few levels ago, but I didn't.
Something is living down there, and it clearly has intestinal problems.
Yeah, it probably did. And a little bit extra arcane resistance elixirs. Increases resistance to all schools of magic by 1% when consumed. Shayla, usually I would give these to you, these resistance things to you, but your resistances are quite high now. Let's give it to someone else. Let's give one to Tina and one to Iris. And that's this cave. We've got one more in this little area. We've got one over by the bridge that we had at the way back where we first faced a group of silk spiders things. Can't remember their name. This bridge over here, there was a dangerous cave a little further back. Your heater shield is... I'm only losing the armor. I'm not really too bothered with that.
I feel stronger.
Let's get the arcane ward for resistance to all magic schools and enter this dangerous cave. It's dangerous for what reason? Well, say hello to a dragon.
There are enemies ahead.
This is a physical attacker, so it will walk towards you. This, I believe, is called the Dark Dragon. The Shadow Dragon. Close enough. So, Celestial Armor, Poison Cloud, shoot, shoot. So, the only thing it has is large. So, Ray is going to hit fairly hard. What it doesn't tell you is it does have some special abilities, but I can't remember what they are off the top of my head. I do know it hits hard because, well, it's a dragon. Of course it's going to hit hard. So let's reduce its armor. And, well, hit it as hard as possible. Do I want to put Burning Determination up for this? I shouldn't need to, but I'm going to. Couple of blocked attacks, not too bad. And, well, it's a shadow dragon, it is weak to light. I'm so glad I have blocks up because I think those would have actually hurt quite a bit. Tax Ray 41. This all was blocked because you notice my celestial armor actually still is there. So this damage did not actually happen to the celestial armor. So yeah, that's a fair amount. Just naturally normal. But one shadow dragon on its own is not that hard. I could have done this actually before the Cyclops. This is much easier as an enemy. 372 critical. And that's with 41 resistance. Nice. Clouds, another one of the Forgotten Saga, or Forbidden Saga. And an unidentified relic. This is a crossbow. The crossbow...
Ancestors made this strong.
I believe this crossbow does light damage. But I couldn't tell you for sure. I have used it quite a bit, but I can't remember it. I think it's mostly because, well, the bow weapons aren't really that memorable. The bow and the crossbow aren't really that amazing. But regardless of that, we've done another cave now. Let's move on and see where we're going. Again, we could go to see John Morgan. We're not going to.
Wait, do you hear that? No, it's nothing.
You know what? Let's go over here and into this. here. Protected by a couple of ghosts.
This one is
Or
mine.
spectres, actually. Spectres have one particular ability which is fairly nasty. And I need burning determination for it.
Wrong.
They are undead, so manipulation against mind, poison and agony are not possible on them. Well, poison obviously because, well, they're ghosts. Agony is physical damage and, well, undead. And mind, well, yeah. But nothing too special on these. The one thing there is 1 damage. Primordial. 1. Spectres have a very large resistance to primordial spells. I believe it's 99%. So do not use them. Any other, I believe darkness is also strong for them, but most others are fine. Yeah, Earth is fine, 59, nothing too special there. Shadow Bolt is not a problem. That's not there. That's probably their most damaging attack, but it's not really that problematic. Plus I do have my arcane ward on at the moment, which is reducing it a little bit further. That's what I want to see. I want to see very large splats of numbers, like 2 criticals. Strange that they're not doing their other skill. Physical attack is fine. Apparently they don't want to do it today. So the ghosts have Shadow Bolt, so do the elites. There it is, Torpor. Target party member within range suffers from paralyze. To get rid of paralyze, I will need water magic. I don't have water magic, so preventing it with burning determination is very, very helpful. Can't see the resistances yet, but we'll get to them in a little bit. What they were protecting though is the entrance to the cursed ruins. I can't say for sure because I've never had a party without a human, but I believe this is human only. Something I need to check, but there are 4 dungeons in this world that are race specific. If you do not have one of that race, you cannot enter. The fact I've got a human, an elf, an orc and a dwarf means I can enter them all. I believe this is the human one, but again, I've not had a party that didn't have a human in, so I cannot say for sure.
Don't like it. Must not disturb the ancestors.
Let's disturb them anyway.
This one is mine.
Okay. Oh, there you are. Wondering where you were for a moment there. Ravenous ghouls. Not ghouls, ravenous ghouls.
Strong.
Immune to poison. Of course they are. Why did I put poison cloud up? They're undead. Of course they're immune to poison. Silly me. Anyways, let's break some armor. Ah, yeah. Apparently, I was triggering I triggered Vindictive with resistance to Ashes Splash. Okay, so that was basically a blocked or evaded attack. Good to know. Ravenous ghouls are pretty much normal ghouls. They have enrage, so they do more damage once they're below 50% health. And Vindictive gives them an extra strike whenever they block or evade. So I'm just going to focus on one and go from that point. Wow, Iris. Those 177 and 121. And your weapons aren't even good. I really cannot wait to actually get some decent weapons, because Tina's pretty much got most of what she wants, but there is still one more weapon I want. Ray and Iris are nowhere close. They are going to hit like a truck. And to be honest, I cannot wait for it. All I need to do though is actually find them. And how much damage did you take, Shayla? 47, a few bits of 100. Let's get you up and you can heal yourself. But we're pretty much done now, although you were dead. Enraged with what looks like a couple of extra attacks with a critical on the end. Yeah, Ravenous Ghouls aren't too much of an issue, but they can hit extremely hard. So, yeah, be somewhat careful, just don't worry about everything. I should be blocking the majority of these attacks anyway. But they're dead now. What is what? Ah, perception. You failed. You failed with how much perception? 32. Okay. And just some money. Oh yeah, if I remember correctly, some interesting fighters are going to turn up. White liquid, that is perception. That can go to Ray.
Huh? Yes! Is that?
Might. Okay, Tina. That might be a decent, but decent item for Ray there. Nice.
Fred, I need to hit something.
And we've got some new skeletons. Don't need Poison Cloud because it's pointless, so let's up Stone Skin. Skeletal Spearman. Undead and weakening strikes, so they have a chance to inflict weakness onto your character. Weakness reduces physical stats, so strength, perception, destiny. Reduces them by, I think it's 95%. So there, it is something you do want to lose if possible. Do I have strength? Yes, I do have strength of the earth. Strength of the earth removes weaknesses. The other way you can remove weakness is just by resting. Simple as that. I think the skeleton spearman can go first, though. And apparently they wanted to weaken my characters straight away. Ravenous Ghoul is strong if you let it get below 50% health. I'm not going to let that happen, at least early in this fight. Okay, that was normally 40 something, so okay, it's not by 70%. Oh, sorry, it wasn't 95%, it's actually 70%. And it's just might and perception. Destiny is unchanged. Okay. I'm actually going to bring Strength of the Earth down instead of Cure Poison. I won't be fighting poison in this area. Getting rid of weakness on, say, Ray will be very helpful. Especially when she does 325 critical. You're critical in. You've weakened Shayla. Shayla has no might and no perception anyway. She doesn't use them. So, to be honest, she can stay weakened until the end of the fight. And yeah. That was a critical, but you didn't get weakened, Iris. Do you have something that protects against it? No, you don't. Okay. I probably shouldn't complain too much. So you're down. Let's move on to the Ravenous Ghouls. You're below half health now, so you are a bit more dangerous, but I should be fine since you're dead. Celestial Armor is probably the best thing to use against these, as they can only hit you. It's not really that problematic if they don't. Magic. And just a normal Archmage's Orb, nothing too special in there. Okay.
Enemy is flanking us. I need to hit something.
You definitely weren't there earlier. So we've got a couple of spectres, some skeletal spearmen, but no ghouls that I can see. Nice. So I have just a basic potion here. Let's just use that. And wait for everything. Celestial armor. And we just got 2 of these. Same thing with the spectres as the ghosts quite a while back. They are medium size enemies, so you can only have 2 of them on one spot. If they come into the front of me, I can only have 2 enemies. Skeletal spearmen are small, so there can be a maximum of 3. So having just 2 enemies, since I am in a pretty much a corridor where I can only fight them in one way, is easier. Of course, it's going to be a while until I've only have 1 at the same time as a spectre coming in. And okay, you only got weakness on yourself, Tina. Notice the critical rate is fairly high though on these enemies. I have to check what their actual rate is. Because they all critical this time. Yeah, usually when they critical there's a different animation. For the skeletal spearmen, they put their spears in the ground, pick them up, and then stab you with both. It's very easy to notice what they're doing. That's their normal attack, there's no critical there at all. Let's use this mana potion that I don't really need to worry about. Celestial armor is still up. And I think I could just leave you to die off of yeah, off of my spill damage. Ah, finally got yourself weakened, Iris. Again, same for that one, just going to let it die to the spill damage. No Spectre yet. There we go. Now I can go Burning Determination. And what the heck were you attacking? Looked like you were attacking something over here. You wasn't, but It certainly looked that way, and you're just going to die to the spill damage. Eventually. Everything good so far? There you go, you're dead. Ah, torpor, and I didn't have Burning Determination up. Yeah, Ray is currently paralysed. Condition can only be dispelled by water or prime magic. Until then, she is unable to do anything. It will be... it is also possible to get rid of it by resting, I believe. But pretty much... yeah, torpor is probably the most terrible thing spectres can do. Luckily, I do have another way of getting rid of it. That is with Dispel Magic. I do have a scroll here, but that will get rid of Arcane Ward and Light Orb, which is unfortunate. But I do want Ray able to actually do damage. Being paralysed also means you do not get any experience at the end of the combat if something dies.
I kill you.
Let's Light Orb. Just so I can actually see. And we're pretty much ready just to finish this fight off. And there we go. Ah, dark blue liquid. That is magic. That goes to Shayla.
Yes.
That needs a key. That needs a key. So still things to find. Let's do that. No point using my food just yet. I don't need to. And we have an item. The bronze key. So we have a key now to get somewhere. However, I believe this opens up some enemies. Or not. Okay. Okay, so the bronze key is gone. I know there's an enemy around here somewhere. There it is. Don't think I want to take it just yet. Let's have a look around. Let's actually go and check these other areas. Say, for instance, a book.
This one is mine.
Passage through the Isles. Part of the Forbidden Saga. And Ray is paralysed again. I'm not having too much luck with that.
Well, thank you for that.
Let's bring you closer and just shoot with you at the moment. So 2 spectres and 2 ghouls. I think I should be okay with that. Let's regeneration in front again. And let our spectres come towards me. Yeah, let's do that. So on either side we've got a Spectre and a Ravenous Ghoul. This Spectre's going first, then that Spectre, so I don't have to worry about burning determination every 3 turns. That's pretty much the only reason I would need burning determination.
I kill you.
Okay. Let's heal. Acid Splash, Shatter. I didn't have Torpor up, no, but I didn't have flipping burning determination up again. Shouldn't have done it with Iris either. I'm messing up a little bit here. Well, Dispel Magic Scrolls are coming in useful. I need to make sure I get burning determination up, which I didn't need then. Calm down. To actually be up when I need it. Right. Heal. Right. I need to remember I can't just hit in this. Technically, this is a little bit higher than I should be. For these enemies, this is a higher area than I should be playing in. Not by much, because, well, let's just use the scroll. Not by much, because I can still defeat them fairly easily. But it is slightly higher than I should be working with. 1650 HP after all. Yeah, let's get a light orb back up and, well, continue looking around. Because although I am technically not meant to be here, it is a bit too high for me, I'm going to do it anyway. And I believe this opens up a boss coming to me.
Something is coming our way. Be ready.
Yeah. Effie. Yeah. I only need a normal heal. Oh well. Effie is a boss spectre. She has everything they have, plus cursing strikes. So she can curse a party member with her physical attack. She mostly won't be doing those physical attacks. But she's got double immunity to poison and mind manipulation because, well, undead and the boss. But she does also have torpor. So let's see if I can keep Burning Determination up when it's supposed to be up this time.
No! Mother Earth, protect me!
Game, you just love making a liar out of me, don't you? Because, well, there's cursing. Magic and Destiny values reduced by 70%, and the melee attack values by 30%. Yeah, I sort of do need to get rid of that. Luckily, I have Cleansing Light. Shadow Bolt, that is fine. Let's remove them blocks. And Shadow Bolt. Normal. That's what, 130 something damage. Not a small amount, definitely.
I am doomed.
There's Cursing Strikes again. Don't you have, didn't I give you Cleansing Light? I did. And there's Torpor, so yeah. She also has it. But you are dead. And cursed right at the end. Luckily, curse doesn't stop people from taking experience. Spirit by 1. Who needs some mana? Iris, definitely. So this floor is done. The iron key will open this door over here, which leads us up to level 2. I'll get an autosave when I go up anyway, so. But everything on floor 1 is actually not too bad. Level 2 is a whole lot worse. There's our first issues.
There are enemies ahead.
I actually think I'm going to stay here.
Yes. Strong.
I don't need Burning Determination up for a couple of ghouls. Yeah, Elite Ravenous Ghoul. As bad as the normal ghouls are, this thing is so much worse. And I actually want to be killing that first, because that's going to be doing a lot of damage normally. Yeah, I'd say between the 3 of these, this is actually a fairly dangerous battle, especially for where I'm at. And heal yourself. Thank you, the blocks are exactly what I want to see. So that's got rid of the Elite Ravenous Ghoul. I believe there may be another one out there somewhere, so let's well, get to it. That's a normal one though, so you're not really a worry. Okay. Heal everyone. And you're dead. Ah, we've got some skeletal spearmen right at the back there. Nice to see them as well. I wish I was saying the truth there. You need some mana. Let's put regeneration on. Especially when you get up straight away. That's that. Kill you and elite skeletal spearmen. I believe their critical strike rate is even higher than the spearmen normally that we had before, so we're going to see a lot of that. Attack value 37. Guess we'll find out afterwards. Let's get rid of this spearman. Okay, celestial armor. Attack, attack, and you can heal. Right, well, you're going to die to the spill damage. So this Ravenous Ghoul is next.
I'll kill you.
Okay, so that's elite skeletal. Yeah, 78. Over double what the normal skeletal spearman has. And damage is quite a bit higher as well. However, their ranged attack value is worse. So, Oh, and but they only have one melee strike. Okay, so that's how they've balanced it. They have less health though. Bit confusing why the elites have less health than the normals. Yeah, that's a bit confusing actually. Anyways, let's kill these things. You're going to die to the spill damage, so you're next. Well, you'll eventually die to the spill damage. Actually, Ravenous Ghoul, you can just die. Right, so we should have just these skeletal spearmen now. Let's give you some mana again. So I've got that possibility. Let's make sure we can see. And you can use Shessa. Plus, I can actually repair weak with you having mana. Put my defences up. Right, everything seems to be in order right now. One skeleton should be okay.
Oh, my spray! Oh, it's leaving me. Oh, that hurts!
I did regeneration instead of weakness, strength of the earth.
Oh, my spray!
Oh well,
Oh,
it's dead.
it's leaving me.
Let's rest up because that was a fair amount of enemies. Reason I'm saving for this is just coming up. This area also houses a specific quest, which is actually relevant to Shayla. This area has the upgrade promotional quest for the Crusader to Paladin.
Even the oldest sagas do not say much about the Shantiris. This is odd.
This ghost is actually fairly friendly. You can kill it. However, she's also critical to the promotion quest. I still do not know if I can continue past a certain point without having the promotions. So I do not want to interact with this ghost in any shape or form ever. If I do, if I kill her now, I believe that will stall the quest forever. And since she is critical for that, yeah. Friendly ghost. I do not want to even touch her in the slightest. I won't be going near her again. Unless I absolutely have to.
What is that?
It's a magical door, which has a button. Pulsing white, that is air, that goes to Shayla.
Yes!
Pulsing yellow, that is light, that is also to Shayla.
Yes!
Bloodstained page, 4 of 4. So we need to find all these pages. Other than that,
There are enemies ahead.
say hello to enemies. You're going to do that. You are going to do that. You are going to do that. And you can shatter. There's very little you can do except have these on both sides. It's unfortunate, but I've just got to deal with it. Let's put you up to health, and well, I'm just going to focus on this side for the moment. The elite I'll deal afterwards.
Enemy attacking from behind! Coward!
And this is definitely a time where I need to keep torpor up as much as possible. Especially when I've got 4 enemies that can cast it. Right, so that's 1 down. Celestial Armor, you are going to heal Tina, and the other 2 are going to attack. Let's rip your armor. Next turn I need to do Burning Determination. Okay, so that's that side done. Burning Determination. Yeah. The Spectres, I believe, aren't really any much better than the normal Spectres. These elites aren't better than the normal. Maybe they do a little bit more damage with Shadow Bolt, but really it's not by too much. Less regeneration. As you can tell though, with Burning Determination up, these Spectres aren't really a threat. I say that, then they critical Tina, and well, the game wanting me to just be a liar all the time. But 1 more Spectre should be okay, especially if it keeps casting torpor into what I've got. So that's done. It's mana and mana. Mana, because I don't really want to use too many foods of resting. Third bloodstain page. Yes.
Be ready.
Linda. We've had 2 named bosses here. Boss, undead, so doubling down on the immunities. Has the enraged of a normal ghoul, but also has plain reflection. So please be careful of that if you're fighting him. Celestial Armor, regeneration, that one. Shatter. Okay. I don't need to worry about any other other things really. Linda is pretty much exactly the same as a normal ghoul. He is just a specialist in physical combat. I just need to make sure he doesn't attack me too much. Or at least hit me too much, because... well, I hit him too much. Wow. That was actually a lot of damage back to me.
No, I do not want to die.
Yeah, that went through, straight through Celestial Armor. Yeah. Stone Skin. You can just get that up and attack. he actually... And you're down. Linda in normal mode isn't really that dangerous. I don't even remember him having pain reflection. But he's definitely a whole different beast in this mode. May very well be the fact I'm below what I should be for this. But he's dead now. That's all that matters. Well, dead again. Elixir of Vitality. 1 Vitality. That can go to Iris, I think. And another part lit up. So we've done the bottom half. We've still got 2 more pages to find. We've still got the northern 2 rooms to open up. So next time, let's go and do that. Until then, have a wonderful day. Have lots of fun. Goodbye.